I don't know what just happened there. Looks like it crashed. But we're back in Japan at Fuji. Plexus spun, wow. Enjoy this lap of Janosh. Listen to the sounds. That McLaren sounds fantastic around this track. It really does. Janosh currently said P8. Danny said a decent time just ahead of Pekka in the Ford. Going P6. Showing blue flags. Listen to that sound right there. Beautiful. Purple Sector 1 for Zach, is that what I saw? Let's take a look here. No, that's impossible because Danny went faster. But nevertheless, Zach continues on. Okay. For season 2, I'm thinking that since we, Danny, blue flags would have been nice to show off there. Might have a look at that, stewards, I don't know. But season 2, very excited. Oh, Zach, goes off track. Oh, that's gonna hurt his lap times. It's going to hurt his lap times very severely. See what he comes across with. And he's still, still not terrible. But season 2, I'm thinking that Tom Soft. Oh, here we go. I'm thinking that for season 2, we have our 2 leagues. League 1, League 2. We have 10 drivers per race. And I'm thinking I think me and Noobs have discussed it before, where it's like where you have an A team and a B team. B team races League 2, A team races League 1. If there are gaps in people for race 1 or League 1, then you move the drivers up from League 2. And then vice versa, you can't really do so. So like the reserve drivers would be for League 2, and so if any of them cannot make it, then they would race in their place. That would take it down to 5 teams, so 2 teams would have to go. But what you could do is you would have 5 teams in League 1, maybe even 6. We could do 12 and 12 if we get enough people. But you do 16, let's just say 6 teams. 6 teams in League 1, let's just say, going off of our current standings, those 6 teams would be Alpha, Chevy, BMW, Ford, Ferrari, and McLaren. Because I just cannot acknowledge Hyundai, sorry. And so they would all race in League 1 in the Group 3 cars, like we're currently doing basically. And then in Group 2, you would have the top 3, maybe even the top 4, get junior teams. And then the other 2 would be teams like Hyundai would be in there, and then maybe like Nissan or something, like 2 teams that were at the bottom of the standings the previous season or something like that. So then they would have to, but they would still race in the Group 4 cars in the League 2 like everyone else. And so if one of those teams is like finishes like top 3, then they could get promoted up, and then other teams would get promoted down. It would kind of work like that, and it would be like a fluid, evolving system. It would take a lot of coordination, but I would be willing to help a lot with that. I think it would be really cool. And you never know. I mean, if we get enough people, anything's possible. Tomsoff now starting a flyer. Let's see how far he goes ahead of everyone else. Very shaky though. He is on a pad. We do have to remember that. So that might actually make him not as great as he was in previous races. Obviously with dealing with that overheating issue last race. Through 100R. Still looks very much in control of the car though. Dropping it down into second. Is he? I guess it just says automatic for everyone. Interesting. Now cruising down through the very slight turn 9, getting ready for that turn 10. Let's see how he takes it on the pad. Very nice. Riding the curb on the left-hand side. Twitches a little bit of oversteer. Manages to hold on though. He was showing blue flags, but I feel like he's far enough ahead where he shouldn't have to worry about that. Goes a bit wide there out of turn 15. Would not have liked to do that if I was driving there. And now shaky out of turn 16. You can really see the pad here. Pekka is itching to get past. Tomsoff now gives him clean air. Tomsoff crosses the line. Second still with a 139.594. Not bad for a pad, huh? As that really just shows how talented he is. He can still make something out of nothing. Currently P2 with 35 minutes gone of practice. Wow, Plexus P3 with mediums on right now. That's pretty impressive from the Hyundai driver. Obviously, didn't race in Interlagos or Spa, so it's his first race in a little bit. And now stuck checks, it looks like, as those Tomsoft did go fastest there. Let's pray that no one gets stuck. That would be great. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. Could the McLaren drivers please exit? Oh, who was that? Octavian, no! Ah, unfortunate for Octavian. That's heartbreak. Octavian currently. Oh, he's out! Oh, thank God. Okay. So, I think that's everyone. It censors psych? What? But, are we just rolling with this as qualifying? I guess so. Pekka will be the first to set a lap time, because I guess this is just going to be qualifying since everyone's going off good. Here we go. What's the time to beat? Time to beat 39.2. Time has been beaten already by Raja and Tomsoft going side by side. Tomsoft just slightly edges out Raja. And then Albertini slightly edges out Tomsoft. Kind of how we expected it, to be honest. Baked, 7th fastest. Lenocious didn't set a time. Plexus goes higher. Joe goes higher. Danny goes higher. Zach goes higher. Zach up into P3 right now. That's huge for the McLaren. Wow. He has been driving incredibly. High praise. Give me 1 second here. I need to charge my mic, so it'll just cut out for a second, but I am not leaving you, don't worry. Okay. Man, if Zach can hold on to this P3, that would be incredible. Let's see if he can improve on it even. Coming down, he's got a great toe. And he crosses the line. Don't think he's not going to be able to. Wow, 1.5 seconds slower, actually. Oh my god, look at that gap between Albertini and Tomsoft. Currently on Tomsoft right now, on a flyer, Albertini starting his Tomsoft only 0.05 slower off that pole position. With 11 minutes 30 remaining, he's going to want to improve on that time. He needs to, if he has any hope of a title in our inaugural CCRL season. Now, down the main straight. Will he have the pace? He's looking very good, very quick. Speed just keeps on going up, 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 up. Now, what's the time going to be? Oh, he goes slower by 0.7. Unfortunate for Tomsoft. Although he does have more laps. He has 11 more minutes. But you gotta start worrying if you're him, because you know that if Albertini gets pole, he might just get away from you right off the rip, and then it's all over. Zach and Raja, P3, P4. That's going to be a feisty duel. As the two... Where's the other one? Where's did Octavian leave? Or is he just not out yet? Because currently only Pekka is out right now. Albertini goes fastest in P2 or Sector 2, and he is cruising right now. Will he improve on his own time? No, he doesn't actually, but he still has. Oh, he does. Interesting. 138.16. If he can breach into the 137s, I think that'll be game over in terms of fast lap. As he goes off into the pits there. That was interesting. Tomsoft now coming into the pits, it looks like. There we go. Late entry. Albertini coming out on softs with full fuel. Let's see what he can do. See if he can improve even more. Raja only needs 1/10.5 pretty much to put himself into P3. Will he be able to do it? That's a great question. The McLaren has shown incredible pace. And maybe it's less the McLaren, more of the driver Zach really coming into his own here, as Janosch seems to be struggling a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's two different drivers right here, as you can obviously see. And if we do in fact do the teams keep one driver, other one goes into a pool, then it'll be interesting to see which driver stays, which driver goes here. Janosh slow right there. Oh, he went way too slow through turn 7. He's gonna need to make up the time somewhere, as he needs to breach in. He needs to go very quickly, because that 1:37 time is a false time. It has to be. He needs to get into the 1:30s though. He has to. He's come very close on that last lap, but he needs to get top 7 here. He wants to score points. McLaren do not want to end this season on the bottom. They're primed for a very good chance to improve on that. I think Ferrari might be untouchable right now, because they're 11 points ahead. You could say that they've underachieved because they have very talented drivers. They have had cycling of drivers, obviously with Simtek having to come in, and obviously with him being uncomfortable in the car, it might make it difficult. But they have thrown through many drivers, as here comes Janosh down the main straight. Currently in last. Will he improve on that? No, he will not. Unfortunately, stays 11th. That's really unfortunate. Just under 6 minutes left in qualifying. Albertini opens. Oh man, he is so fast. As he is 2/10 up on Tomsoft. Tomsoft now on a very good lap, getting a very good tow from Joe in the Ford. This might be his chance right here. And he goes past us by 1/10. Oh, wow, what a lap. He got such a good tow there from Joe and from Pekka. That was so nice with a 1:37.887. What a lap. Oh, man. And now, Albertini now, heading into Sector 3, set a purple Sector 2. Janosh, unable to get into the 1:39s. Albertini looked shaky there through 11 and 12. Let's see how he can recover through 13 through 16. All the way here now. The long upwards left-hander, and then it really tightens in there around turn 15. He goes off the track a little bit, now barreling around through 16, goes wide and then brings it back in, rides the exit curb, very nice. Maybe went a little too wide on that, but still, nonetheless, great lap so far. Let's see if he can bring it in. It's going to be close. And he goes fastest by 3.5 tenths with a 1:37.54. Oh my god, this is just unreal from the two Alfa Romeos. I cannot believe this. Just these guys are just on a whole nother level. Joe puts himself into the podium starts as he goes with a 1:38.6. He's only up 500s on Zach though, so still not in the clear yet. As Zach comes through now, where is he going to end up? Just cannot quite. Down about 4/10 on his best time. Coming through. Anyone? Danny. That's outlap. Who's about to finish this one? Plexus. Approaching turn 16 right now. Let's see if he can put himself into the points starting positions on the grid. With under 3 minutes remaining now in qualifying, you are going to have to be exiting the pits if you want to get another lap in. Here comes Plexus. Does not look like he's going to have the pace to get a better time, unfortunately. And no, he will not. With a 1:40.03. Oh, Tom Soft threw that lap away. Went way too wide. And so now he's going to have one last shot as Albertini rests. He thinks that Tom Soft comes in too. He's going to have to be very quick here. I don't know if Tom Soft is going to get another lap in. This is going to be really close. With 1:37 remaining, it's going to be a race to the end for Tom Soft to see if he can get one last lap, put on fresh softs. Knew that those worn ones were not going to help him anyway. I don't think he's going to be able to get it, but you never know. If there's a driver who can do it, it is Tom Soft. As he rounds up into turn 6, the hairpin brings it down. Oh man, this is going to be so close with 1 minute left. Fighting for a chance to get pole. Albertini obviously not setting another time. .43 seconds remaining. This is going to be close. Tom Soft approaches. Turn 16, Panasonic. Goes a bit wide. Oh, 25 seconds left. I think he will get a lap in, folks. 20 seconds now. Down the main straight goes Tom Soft. He will get another lap in. What an outlap. And now, the lap that counts. Tom Soft needs pole here. He wants a chance. As of right now, the order goes Albertini, Tom Soft, Joe, Zach, Raja, Lenocious, Pekka, and Baked for our top 8. Tom Soft did set a purple sector 1, running about half fuel. It's going to be going a bit faster than everyone else. Raja goes up into P5. Tom Soft now through 300R. Let's see what his second sector time is. Crosses the marker. He's up 2/10. Oh, this is going to be so close. It all depends on this third sector. Obviously, he's going to be slightly disadvantaged because he is on a pad. But he is driving the lights out right now. Coming into turn 14. Now up into 15. Long and then really tight. Doesn't go for an apex. Instead, just sets himself up for the entrance into turn 16, which is absolutely crucial. Here he comes. Tom Soft down the straight. What's he gonna do? Will he be able to somehow beat Albertini's time? As he crosses the line. Oh, he cannot quite. He lost a lot of time. He lost 4/10 almost in that last sector. Wow. What a qualifying session, though, as Albertini, Tom Soft, Joe round out the top 3. Zach, Raja, Lenocious. The next 3, Pekka, Baked, Janosh, Danny, and Plexus round out the rest as we are ready for the race here in Fuji. All right, round 11 of the CCRL, the penultimate round in Fuji, as the drivers wait for the lights to go out. Front row lockout again from Alpha. As the drivers wait, and we are... Here are the lights. And it's 5 red lights, and we are racing here in Fuji. Tomsoft gets away very well, overtakes Albertini. Raja also neck and neck with Tomsoft. He looks like he's in the lead heading into turn 1. He is. Tomsoft tries for a lunge around the outside, not able to get the move done, as Raja leads, following Tomsoft, following Albertini. Albertini tries to look around the outside, cannot quite. Pekka, Zach Lenosius, Zach all fighting for those next spots. Pekka looks to be away and into 4th place securely. Raja continues to go. The 2 alphas are fighting. Albertini looks around the inside of Tomsoft. Will he be able to hold it? No, he won't. Tomsoft defends very nicely. Those 2 alphas are really close. And the more they fight, the more time they give Raja. Albertini has the inside now. Looks like he's in 2nd place. He is. And Tomsoft lost the position. He's going to be to really fight to get that back. Raja currently... Why is it not showing this? There we go. Raja currently leads. Will he lead after the lap, though? I don't know. Albertini looks down the inside. Will he get the move done? No, he will not quite. Oh, he gets shoved a little bit off by Raja. Raja defending now. Oh, Raja spins, loses a lot of control. And that's Albertini into the lead. Tomsoft fighting him. Will Tomsoft get the lead out of this? He will. Albertini goes very wide. Tomsoft, and he's still... Wow, I don't know about that. Albertini and Tomsoft and Raja, all 3 neck and neck and neck and neck. Raja's going to try a late break move around the inside. Maybe no, he decides to file right in right behind the 2 alphas. Tomsoft looks to go around the outside, though. Will he make the braking move into turn 1? No, not quite. Will he try the switchback? He might. No, he will not. Albertini loses a bit of back end there into turn 2. Still manages to hold a 2/10 lead, though, over Tomsoft and Raja. Wow, what a start. Thought it was already over for Albertini, already dropping 2 or 3 spots, but he managed to make great recoveries, capitalize on the mistakes of Tomsoft and Raja, make some great overtakes, and he now leads this race, and his time just keeps going up and up and up. Tomsoft's going to be struggling to find pace to catch him. Wheel versus pad. Raja now in 3rd, just trying to stick to the back of the Alfa Romeo of Tomsoft. As long as you're within like 5/10 on the main straight, you're going to have a good chance of overtaking, because it's just so long. Pekka and Zach, great for a great position right now for the McLaren, needs to keep getting these points. Baked is also in the points right now, P6. Joe has a huge penalty, almost 2 seconds. Baked, if he can keep these points, this will be great for the Chevrolet team. And it looks like since Octavian is no longer racing, obviously with those issues with qualifying, Baked now has a golden opportunity to keep just slightly buffering that advantage of the Constructors' Championship points of 11 heading into the final race. Let's see if he can continue this. Here we go. Tomsoft on Albertini. Tomsoft manages to get the move done down the straight. I'm assuming that these 2 are going to be trading positions every lap. I mean, it's just impossible not to with the way that the overtaking works in the slipstream on the main straight. Tomsoft trying to just keep this lead as much as possible. And, I mean, he's just going to want to try and increase it throughout the lap. It's going to be hard, especially with Sector 3. He does have a disadvantage there, pad versus wheel. The wheel obviously going to help a lot more through these corners, especially the technical ones. Tomsoft, though, skilled as ever, holding off Albertini. The more they fight, the more Raja can close up, because he needs to start worrying about Pekka behind him. Tomsoft goes off track. Albertini looked like he did as well, but no, they're both pushing the limits of the track. Burning rubber. All 4, 5, 6. Every driver down to Danny and Lenosius are on the soft tires. Tom Soft now lost position to Albertini. Albertini goes wide there. Very sloppy from Albertini, and he's going to get overtaken by Raja as well. He goes wide on the other side, and him and Raja heading into turn 16 are going to be side by side. Raja loses some traction. Oh, the field is closed up mega now with Pekka and Zach both side by side, following Albertini and Raja side by side. Tom Soft with a 1.1 second lead, and that lead just keeps growing as Albertini and Raja fighting. Neither can get the slipstream on Tom Soft. This is perfect for Tom Soft. Who's gonna be the braking champion between Albertini and Raja heading into turn 1? Albertini does have the inside. Will Raja try a switchback? No, not quite, as Albertini does pull away slightly through the braking. Pekka and Zach, 0.6 separating the two drivers. Zach lost out a little bit there. They were a lot closer down the straight, but obviously the BMW is gonna have a better cornering. Albertini is closed up to Tom Soft under a second now. He's starting to pull away from Raja. That was a very sloppy third sector. I don't think we can expect that from him for the remainder of the race. And yeah, you can already see 7/10 in closing now for Albertini on Tom Soft, as Tom Soft driving his tail off, but there's only so much he can do against Albertini, who has just shown time and time again how good of a driver he is. He does hold the fast lap with a 1:38.104. And now, heading into turn 13 and 14, up into 15 nets. Who's going to get a better exit? It looks like Tom Soft still, he's losing so much time to Albertini. Lost 0.2 in that 15 to 16 range right there alone. And now down the main straight. 6/10 separating, and that is going to keep going down. Already down to 4.5 as Albertini just slipstreams off of Tom Soft. Will he be able to close up enough into the first turn braking? It's going to be close. Will he try the inside, the outside? Albertini goes around the inside. Who's going to get the braking off? Tom Soft does give him room. And now he pushes into the inside a bit, and Albertini gets better exit, and he gets the position as well. Both Alphas side by side. Tom Soft has to give way. Wow, what a move by Albertini. Great braking there. Both cars go wide. Maybe track limits penalties will be issued for them. It looks like there's one for Tom Soft, not one for Albertini though. Oh, as Albertini, he dips it into the grass there. Amazed that he managed to hold on there. Very great racing from Albertini. Good recovery there. As Tom Soft, that allowed him to close up dramatically. And here we see Zach under pressure from Pekka into turn 10 here. Raja's kind of in no man's land here. He's got about 1.7 seconds on either side separating. Now he just needs to look to defend against Pekka through turns 14, 15 here, and make sure that he has enough space into 16 and down the main straight to give him freedom from the overtake drafting. Tom Soft has a almost... Whoa, Albertini! Loses so much traction. And that's going to give Raja an easy overtake. What is going on with Albertini right now? Zach might even look to overtake the Alfa Romeo. I don't know what's going on right now with Albertini. Very sloppy through this third sector twice now. And he just cannot control the back end of the car. Oof indeed for Tom Soft. I agree completely, Tom Soft. As Albertini puts pressure down on Raja, the inside does get the overtake done. Beautiful. And now it's a three-man race for second place between Albertini, Raja, and Zach. If you're Tom Soft, you want these guys to fight as much as possible. But Albertini already starting to pull away. If he continues to be this sloppy, it's going to be crazy. As Raja now under pressure from Zach. Zach just hunting down the back end of that Ferrari. Albertini goes wide again. 2 seconds gap now to Tom Soft. Tom Soft driving great on the pad. let's see what Albertini's been doing now. Up into 14 and 15. Tires screeching, pushing the car to the limit. It looks like he goes a bit wider than Tomstoff does out of the exit at turn 15. Interesting. And it looks like he did better there, gaining, cutting into that 2-second gap. 10 minutes gone now on 10 minutes gone now on the race so far. Tomstoff driving great. Zach and Raja wheel to wheel into the braking zone. Who's gonna have it? Zach has the inside. Will Raja try a switchback move here? No, not quite. He loses out the position. Zach up into the podium places. Absolutely incredible race from him so far, but Raja wants to have none of it. He is trying to chase him back down through this sector 2 into 100R. Very close racing between the McLaren and the Ferrari. Very good racing. Zach pulling out a 6/10 lead. And Zach is just pulling away now, as Albertini cutting into that lead off Tomstoff, now down to 1.3 seconds, and it looks like it is still closing. Let's see how it is after the exit of the turn there. Albertini is gaining more, down to 1.3, and it's probably going to get down to 1 by the end of the straight. Joe's going to be under pressure from Baked here. Baked looking to score points, needs to score points in order to keep BMW at bay. He is cushioned a little bit by the fact, and both Baked and Joe pit, and Plexus and Pekka, all 4 drivers pit. And Raja as well. Wow, so Raja lets Zach go. Zach now has clear air in front and behind. No pressure. He's going to just be able to drive his race. This is good for him. Although he might be worried about the undercut from Raja. We will see, though. We will see. It is going to be close. Raja pitted onto mediums. Danny up into P5. Still rocking the mediums. Janosch on very old softs here. These are going to be very worn in P4. Zach, let's see if he pits. Tomstoff losing even more time now to Albertini. Albertini really pushing it now, pushing Tomstoff to the limit. Zach now coming in for his stop. It's going to be crucial to see where he comes out, if he comes out ahead of Raja. Oh, no! Zach, oh, that's heartbreak. Tries to cut it on the inside, gets a 1.4 second penalty, and is going to come out definitely behind Raja. As Raja coming through the pit straight now, he's going to easily be ahead. Oh, disaster for Zach. Oh, no. Tried to just get every little ounce speed extra, just cannot quite. Tomstoff and Albertini dueling it out now. Albertini's going to have the inside heading in to turn 6. Tomstoff just keeps going, though. Keeps going, keeps fighting. Both on very worn tires, looking to pit. Danny up into P3. Zach comes out P7. Oh, that's disastrous. Now fighting Lenosius, the other Ferrari, for the final points position. Man, that's just worst case scenario for your Zach. Absolutely unlucky. Albertini, how is that allowed? But Tom Soft and Albertini fighting. Tom Soft going to try and make a move around the outside. He is faster. That's going to come down to the braking. This car is ahead, heading into the braking. Let's see. He is almost a full car length ahead. Albertini covers off the inside very nicely. Tom Soft has having none of it, though, as Albertini shaky again. I'm surprised he hasn't fully spun at this point, with just how much the back end is struggling for him in his Alpha. Tom Soft appears to be having none of those struggles. Both wheel to wheel again. Albertini does get a much better turn through 100R. Danny pitted. Interesting, maybe just wasn't vibing with the medium tires. Raja now under pressure from Pekka for P3. Now there you go, Tom Soft finally showing a bit of shakiness. But he does just dive around the inside. Will he get the move done? Just barely. Cannot get it done. And Albertini is going to have a bit faster exit. If I'm Tom Soft, I want to just get right behind Albertini here and just draft him. Because you're going to really have no choice. There he goes. Now down around the outside, we do a little switch back there. Tom Soft is going to be faster, but just like a lap ago, Albertini probably can just cover off the inside heading into turn 1. Let's take a look. Tom Soft goes around the outside. Oh, can he get it quite? No, just not enough. Not enough braking power. But he is still going to be putting pressure on Albertini here. Albertini just continues to go wide. This is incredible. Tom Soft cannot get the position, though. This is... Raja and Pekka still neck and neck. Pluxus now thinking he can get in on the action as well. Through turn 13, Albertini and Tom Soft still... Oh, Albertini! Albertini drifts! Oh my god! Albertini, huge loss of control. Tires are on the braking point, and he ends up now losing the position to Tom Soft. He has to be thinking about pitting. His tires are destroyed. Both of them should be thinking about pitting. But Tom Soft seems to be managing better on these tires. Looks like neither are... there we go. Tom Soft late move into the pits. Albertini will follow him. That was, oh my god, Albertini, I don't know how he doesn't just lose out completely there. That was incredible. And now that should mean that Pekka will be leading this race. 11 laps done. It's going to be Pekka. Oh no, wait. No, Tom Soft still comes out ahead, I believe. Let me look. Wow, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Tom Soft does lead. And Albertini is going to be stuck within this pack here. This is crucial for Albertini to get past as quickly as possible. Tom Soft is now just stacking on the lead. Pekka in second, Pluxus in third, Albertini in fourth. Now, Pekka and Pluxus and Raja all on older tires, but Raja is on medium, so he's going to be able to extend his stint a little bit longer. He is going to be slower, but he will be able to go longer. Albertini and Tom Soft both on mediums, fresh ones. Pekka trying to just keep space off of Pluxus and Albertini. Pluxus is just covering off of... Whoa, a little bump there from Albertini. That was a bit dirty, but he does get the move done. Plexus on the softs. Will he be able to put some challenging moves onto Albertini? He is now looking down to get as close to Pekka as possible because Tom Soft is already up to 3.5 seconds. He is loving this. Perfect strategy luck for Tom Soft. That little bit sooner is all it took. And it's going up more. It's probably going to be 4 seconds as Pekka is about a second up on Albertini. Albertini, this is not good if you're Albertini right now. You need to be way closer to Tom Soft. Obviously, second place is okay with you. You do have the fast lap. But, man, you do not want to be Albertini right now. You need to get past Pekka. You probably are thinking about getting past Pekka right now, but you just cannot get close enough. It's going to take a couple more laps. Halfway through the race now, 19 minutes remaining. Oh, this battle this is messing with my emotions right here. Zach still in the points, getting to the miracle. Raja chasing down Plexus. Albertini chasing down Pekka. All of them chasing down Tom Soft. He just continues to open up the lead. If he just continues racing like this, I don't think it's even possible for Albertini to get him, because Pekka just is holding him up so much. But there we go. Mistake from Pekka. And he just takes it back from Albertini. Albertini now under pressure from Plexus. Plexus looking to have a go at the Italian. Albertini, I don't know what happened there between him and Plexus. That was weird. He had the move and then he slowed down. 6 seconds. It just keeps going more and more for Tom Soft. Almost 7 seconds. This is dream scenario for Tom Soft. But Albertini looking to have a move on Pekka right now. Takes the inside, wheel to wheel. Who's gonna break? Albertini has been very good covering the inside heading into turn 1, and he's gonna do it again here. Pekka has to lose out, and now it's all up to Albertini to chase. Tom Soft is like 2 turns ahead. This is crazy. Raja chasing down Plexus. Pekka chasing down Albertini. But Albertini's already took a second out of Plexus. Janosch now looking to go on Joe for P7, the last points position. Through turn 8. Joe desperately wanting to get some points for the Ford. Both Fords rocking the Mustang. They did make that change official after practice. Here we go. Pekka and Plexus both pitting off of those softs. Those fronts got worn very much fighting. Albertini is not able to cut into that Tom Soft lead. It's still around just over 6.5 seconds. Tom Soft driving incredibly. Absolutely incredibly. Zach up into P4. That's much more like it for him. He is on slightly more worn mediums. But Pekka and Plexus are in P8 and P9. If I'm Zach, I'm not wanting to pit for the rest of this race. It's going to be tough, but you have an 8-second buffer to Joe, who's on much more worn mediums, who's having to deal with Janosch right behind him the entire time, and Danny now closing in as well. If I'm Zach, I'm just going to keep trying to conserve tires. You're in P4. You're in a great spot right now. And you should be able to make it happen. It's going to be difficult near the end of the race, but you have to do it, because if you don't, then you might come out behind and out of the points, and you cannot afford that right now. Joe and Danny now, both Fords in P4, P5, fighting for position. There we go, Albertini finally starting to move in on Tom Soft slightly. Still around 6.5 seconds though, it's going to be very difficult. Albertini has been struggling in this third sector an awful lot. If Albertini can take fast lap, that would really, really be good for him. That'll give him 9 points on the race. That's another thing I think we should be looking at points and changing them up for the next season. Danny, Joe leads the train. Joe, Danny, Plexus, Pekka, Raja, all 5, and then he comes into the pits there. Danny comes into the pits. So now it's going to be a 4-car train down the main straight. Joe leads, Plexus leads, Pekka leads Raja, and then Janosch there, a little bit ways more back. Zach is in a perfect position right now to take P3. He just needs to keep driving his race, because if he pits, he's going to come out P7 and maybe even P8, and that would just be a terrible end, especially with only 12 minutes remaining. His tires are not even worn too bad here. I don't think he's going to need to. I don't think he's going to need the pit. I would hope not, because he can make this one-stop work and look absolutely amazing. And honestly, I think all of the top 3. Whoa! Here we go. Plexus, all 4 bunched right up. Joe losing out huge. He's going to probably lose the position to Raja as well heading into turn 16. And Raja goes ahead of everyone. Plexus has a 4/10 penalty. Pekka now chasing him down. Knows he's going to be vulnerable on the straight. Joe comes into pit. Plexus, Pekka, Raja, all 3. Pekka seems to be looking to just squeeze Plexus out. Oh, will he do it? Oh, it's going to be close. Does he get the braking done? He does. Wow, what a braking move by Pekka, but Plexus right back on him again. They're bumping. Oh, it's getting dirty right now. Oh, and Zach does pit, but he is in P6. And Pekka and Plexus might have to pit again. You don't know. Maybe not, but Zach now in a good spot to go back up pretty high if they do need to pit. Raja's on softs. Those might not last the rest of the race. It's going to be interesting to see. Zach, you know, just worried about tire strength. Obviously needed to make the pit. Lenocious does have the last points position. Joe, Danny, Janosh, and Baked in last place here, all looking to get that point spot. Lenocious under heavy pressure from Joe and from Danny. Let's take a look back up at the top. 13-second, almost 14-second lead for Tom Soft. Albertini comfortably in second. If he pits, I think he even could stay in second. Raja 20 seconds behind. Raja having to worry about Pekka and Plexus. Pekka having to worry about Plexus a lot more. Less than a second now. He is pulling away slightly. And then Zach is actually putting a lot of time into Plexus here. Zach looking to get around a last lap overtake. If I'm Raja right now, I am absolutely just... I think I can make it to the end. 8 minutes left. You are on softs, but you're managing them well. Your gap is growing, if not staying. And you really just kind of want to keep this momentum going. Albertini pits. Whoa. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. This is absolutely gigantic. Albertini pits onto softs. Comes out P5. Oh, wow. Maybe his thinking is that everyone else is fighting. He can get easy positions here. He is now on the hunt with 7 minutes left. Tomsoft can totally pit onto softs, maybe try for a fast lap with no pressure from behind. And you got to think that's what he's gonna do here. Albertini trying to go down Plexus here. Plexus fighting Pekka. Plexus going around the outside, maybe? Ah, no. Going around the inside, though, with the switchback. Oh, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Pekka. Comes out on top. Tomsoft does pit. Probably onto the mediums. Raja now coming around turn 15, now down into 16. And yeah, Tomsoft will come out comfortably ahead. Albertini jockeying for trying to get third through this whole area. And, oh, it's going to be close. He's fighting right beside Plexus and Pekka. Pekka slipstreams on Albertini, who slipstreams on Plexus. Pekka might try a dive here coming into the first turn. Albertini currently P4, looking to get that P3 off of Plexus. But Pekka going around the other side. Plexus being squeezed in by the BMW and the Alfa Romeo. Into braking, Albertini comes up into the lead. Plexus followed by Pekka. Albertini does get the move done up into P3. Does have the fast lap. Tomsoft, though, looks to be in complete control with about 5.5 minutes left. Raja looks to get P2 here. You cannot think about pitting right now if you're Raja. You have to just make it to the end. that P2 would be huge, and I believe that would equal his best results. No, it'd actually be his best result. His best result right now is P4, it looks like. Yeah, P4. So that would be his best result for Raja. So he's really just trying to... He has a 5-second gap off to Albertini. And now Zach right back in the mix for P4 he can get up to here. If he can overtake Pekka, this is going to be very close coming down to the last laps of this race. Oh, Zach goes for a spin and he's off into the grass. Oh, and there goes any chance pretty much. Oh, man, that's heartbreak. Now he's got to hope for a miracle spin by Pekka or Plexus as they're continuing to fight. But that was a golden opportunity wasted there by Zach. Oh, heartbreak. Albertini now, 4-second gap to Raja ahead of him in the Ferrari. With 4 minutes left. That's probably like 3 laps maybe, depending on the ending bit. Raja just needs to get this to the end. Albertini on much fresher softs. If Albertini cannot get P2, then it'll be very much up for grabs for the final race. Tom Soft is just coaching Raja on. Come on, Raja, you got this, Raja. Tom Soft dominating this entire race on the pad. Raja loses a bit of time there, shaky. 3.5 minutes remaining at Fuji. It's still a dogfight. Zach trying to claw his way back up. He has 2 seconds to go to get to Pekka for that P5, which he wants. He desperately wants it. Pekka, though, wants P4 as he's under a second. And now 2.2, Raja to Albertini. Albertini really putting the pressure on Raja right now. Raja just needs to continue driving. For most drivers, there's going to be 2 laps left here. As Raja now comes down the start-stop straight, 1.5 seconds and closing between Raja and Albertini. Albertini does appear to be getting the slipstream off of Raja. Raja locked up on the front left there. 1 second gap. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Albertini's thinking about an overtake on this lap. That would be huge. Tom Soft, clearly, unless something dramatic happens, will win this race. Raja and Albertini fighting for P2. Raja just trying to hold him as long as possible, just trying to get to the end. Warren softs, Albertini softs, much fresher. Albertini right down the back of Raja. He wants the P2. He wants the P2. Will he get it right here? Albertini has to be held off a little bit by Raja there, but he has more speed. He is right on the back of him. Raja still holding off. And there it goes. Albertini up into P2. It was a long time coming. He was just so much faster those last couple of laps. And he sets an even faster lap with a 1:36.922. Incredible stuff. And now it's starting to look like that might be the way it ends. Tomsoff, Albertini, and Raja. But here we go. Plexus now under pressure from Zach. Zach really needs these points. Really wants. And he's fighting Plexus for points too. And these points are crucial because both of these teams are tied. This will be huge. Zach under 3/10 separating him and Plexus. Oh, here we go. Zach tries to go around the outside, make a switch back here, and does he get the move down there wheel to wheel? Oh, it's going to be close. It does not look like he gets it done, as now he finds extra speed. Plexus defending the inside amazingly. Plexus does not, he cannot hold the position to Zach. Zach takes it, and Plexus has a 1.5 second time penalty too. Oh, this is huge. Plexus now worried that he might lose the position to Pekka. Pekka needs to pick up the pace here, as it will be the last lap for everyone except for Tom Soft, who obviously clearly won the race. Pekka is 2 seconds behind. He's gonna need to find some pace here. Oh, this is gonna come down to it. Zach looks to have P4 on the lock, heading into turn 11 now into 12. Pekka trying to find pace. Tom Soft wins the Fuji International Speedway Grand Prix. Albertini will come home to take second place. Raja, with a great finish, comes home to take P3. Fourth place looks like it's going to be Cracker Zach, with a huge race from him, the Brit. Absolutely incredible. Plexus will come home to take P5. It looks like just Pekka could not find enough pace to get within the 1.4 seconds on the last lap. As checkered flag for Zach, for Plexus, for Pekka, and Joe in the Ford comes home to take the final points position, P7. Danny in P8, Janosh P9, Lenoshis P10. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the results of the Fuji International Speedway Grand Prix, with Tom Soft, Albertini, and Raja within your podium positions. What a race! Great strategy from Albertini there. You got to respect it. He did get the fast lap. Absolutely wonderful. What a race. What a race. Tom Soft, starting second on the grid, comes home and wins the Fuji. Oh, what a race. Absolutely incredible. GG's to everyone. Now make sure to save it. Save the replay. Save the replay. Save the replay. That is going to do it. I have been Unleash My Havoc, your commentator. Hope you enjoyed round 11 of the CCRL, penultimate round. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week.